I have a dream, but I just feel too bad when I think about doing it. So I strongly believe that for most of us, procrastination isn't about a lack of organization, although, it would help to be a little bit more organized. It's really about associating negative feelings with things that we have to do. When we're stuck in a negative shame and guilt spiral, which make us do less and less, that is the main contributor to procrastination, in my opinion. And I go in length about this in my YouTube video about understanding the emotional basis of procrastination. In this video, I'm gonna focus on solutions. More specifically, 2 solutions based on psychology, which I've applied personally to myself with success. Inner heroine. So the first tip is based on something we call classical conditioning, and it's about associating positive things to what you're supposed to do so that your brain makes an association between something positive and something that you want to add in your life. If you have a homework to do, then if you associate it with music that you like, and every time that you do your homework you have this association with good music, you're more inclined to repeat that behavior. It can be music, it can be people that you like, it can be an environment that you like. You can get really creative with this, and I used to put the music and also incense, just so that my brain associates what I have to do with something fun, with a general environment and ambience of good vibes. And that's how I actually get to do these videos. It's really because I put myself in a certain mood, in a certain state, with certain things that I do before and after, so that I feel good about doing this and that I'm more likely to repeat the behavior. Because our brain is really like a computer, like program, okay? So if you associate things to positive emotions, you're gonna repeat the behavior. If you associate them with negative emotions, such as guilt and shame, you're not gonna do it. Like, it is just plain simple mathematics. And that's what our brain does all the time, is just formulas. Like I talk more about in my videos, if we associate doing what we're supposed to do with feeling guilty and feeling shameful, or feeling like we should do something, and like it really with this hardcore energy, guess what, like we don't do it because our brain thinks it's not a good idea to do it because it's associated with so many negative things in our mind. So our brain, the main job of our brain is to push us towards good things, to avoid negative things and to go towards positive things. That's the main goal. It's a basic survival thing. So if we can use that to hack our brains with good things before and after we do our stuff, that's really helpful for me, at least. That has been like the most helpful for me. There's also a concept called operant conditioning, which is a concept explaining that a bad consequence linked to a behavior is gonna make you do the behavior less and less. A positive consequence linked to a behavior is gonna make you do the behavior more and more. And so positive consequences are like gifting yourself every time you achieve something that you're proud of achieving. And it's not necessarily something big. Even positive thoughts and telling yourself, oh, congratulations about doing that, is a positive consequence for your brain. Your brain does not make any difference between getting a gift, telling yourself, props, or doing something else. So of course it also depends with your interests and everything like that. You're not gonna gift yourself maybe every time, but just finding things that you can do to associate a positive consequence to your achievements. For example, me, the first time shooting a video after a while was really hard for me. And so when I did that, I just told myself, okay, I'm not gonna cook today. I'm just gonna go to the restaurant and eat something that I like. So if you get in the habit of doing this, associating positive consequences to tasks or behaviors, then these behaviors, without even thinking about it, your mind is gonna get towards that easily, and your whole, behavior system will align with what you have to do very effortlessly. Because, like I said, our brain is meant to make us do what is positive for us. That's why I really think the hustle culture and everything surrounding working hard to achieve something, we have to work hard and we have to... This kind of energy is really, really getting at me. And I know that it's the case for a lot of people, because especially with social media and comparing ourselves to other people that are achieving other things, it's like... it doesn't end, it doesn't end how much we can do in a day. Like, some people are super productive, but others are not that productive. And also, like, productivity is such it's such an odd concept to me. And I go more in length in a video called Not Feeling Good Enough, where I really break down like why people are hung up on wanting to be enough. Because really, if we get down to the root of it, it's just about living life, man. It's just about enjoying being here, and like, we just have one life, so it shouldn't be like such an issue to do things in our day, okay? It's just that we mess up ourselves with emotions and thoughts, because we think that by like torturing ourselves and by being hard on ourselves, like you see it how like it's not working for you, right? That's why you're not doing what you're supposed to do. That's your brain protecting you. That's not a bad thing. You're not lazy, okay? You're not lazy. You're not a bad person. Like, I'm just here to tell you, your brain is just doing its job because you've associated what you have to do with something like horrible, like with horrible feelings and emotions and thoughts. So it's very completely normal that you're just not getting to what you're supposed to do. So the thing here is not to get even more entangled in scheduling and, even more hardcore, intense ways of like putting pressure on yourself. Because the thing is, when you schedule and you don't do it, like, that contributes to the negative shame and guilt spiral. I used to watch a lot of videos like on how to get things done, and how, because like my thing is like doing this YouTube thing, and like subscribe, by the way, like, help me with that. But like this is like, working for yourself is one of the hardest thing you can do, because there's no one externally telling you what to do. So you have to like motivate yourself. And in this society, we're like trained to like see someone being really hard on ourselves, and that's how we get things done at work. And so we're doing the same thing. We're internalizing this way of being with ourselves when we're alone by yourself. But let me tell you, I burned out, like, not once, not twice, 3 times, because I was in toxic work environments. And now my body and my mind, it just can't take anything that even has a little energy of guilt and shame attached to it. It just can't, because my brain is made to protect myself from these toxic situations. So your brain is just doing its job of protecting yourself when you don't do what you're supposed to do. And also, are you really supposed to do that? Like, that's something you have to ask yourself. I think I always like ask myself, like, is this thing that I have so much resistance doing, is it really worth it? Like, should I do it really? Or am I just pushing myself to do something that is not even necessary? That's another thing. Your emotions, they're not there for like just messing with you, okay? They're there like to give you information about situations, And so if you really listen to them and go down to like the root of it, like why don't you want to do this type of stuff? And if you get to it, then it's gonna be easier to tell yourself, okay, do I still want to go down that road and do that? Or should I just do something else that I do more easily? Like, nobody has to tell me you should dance. Like, nobody has to tell me now you should really dance because you have to do this, and like nobody is forcing me to dance. Like, but I got into a negative spiral once about dance too. So see, it can go like really far how we go down those negative spirals, because I associated dancing with competition. I used to do a lot of dance battles, and so I got into that space where I didn't even want to dance, which is very horrible for a dancer, because I associated dancing to the feeling of like, you should really like train hard, like to compete and be the best and win every battle so that you put them on Instagram and then you become a star, and then so it makes no sense, okay? But like if you find that stupid, like just realize that like that's what we do with everything. Like really like this is how we think about everything that we have to do, every single thing like that, like we think about doing. Usually not everyone, but most people that have been trained in this system where work and school is about like achieving and working hard, that's how we approach everything. And so of course we're not productive and we're not doing as much as we want to, because it's not cool, man. It's not fun to do. Like, and we're here to have fun, okay? We're not here to work hard. We're really here on this planet to have fun. So I'm gonna leave you with that. And if you like content like this, definitely subscribe and hit the like button, because this will help you have it more suggested to you on your feed. See you next time.